says British women don't look good, they don't look after themselves, and they moan all the time.
Well, Richard La Ruina says that British men who are unlucky in love are better off heading to Eastern Europe, specifically Russia, which is where he found his wife. Let's hear some of his advice.
I recommend Eastern European women because they're more beautiful, they're more elegant, they're more feminine, they're very intelligent. I think they have British women beaten in just about every area. They don't look very good, they don't look after themselves. Men are visual, you know, we want a woman that looks beautiful, dressing in a feminine way, looking sexy, and they're not really likely to do that. And of course, I think British women are very famous for moaning, complaining all the time. They just ask a lot, but give very little in return.
Oh, and that's why I'm single. Joining us now is the dating and seduction expert Richard La Ruina and the relationship author Felicity Morse. Richard, we'll talk to you in just a moment. Felicity, is your blood boiling?
Yes, I'm almost so angry I can't talk, actually.
But are you just moaning all the time?
Well, that's one of those things about one of those criticisms, right? It's like saying somebody can't take criticism. It's very difficult to come back from that.
Yeah.
So you haven't got an answer for it, that's very
I haven't got an answer about being entitled and overweight.
You don't?
Well, no, I think being entitled is blaming your lack of relationship success on an entire nation of women.
I was very successful in England, very, very successful, but I noticed that every time I saw a beautiful woman and went to talk to her, where are you from? Oh, Sweden. Oh, Russia.
There's
oh,
no
the
beautiful
Ukraine.
women in the UK.
No, there are,
I
for
think
sure.
that's
A lot of them are foreign in London, and it's just comparatively, there are way more in Russia. So, you know, you walk down Oxford Street, you see a few beautiful women, many of them are foreign. You walk down the equivalent street in Moscow, it's like, my God, you know, they're everywhere.
Do you think there were any other reasons why you weren't particularly successful with British women when you were
I was
looking
very
for dates?
successful, like I said.
But you've just said that most of the women that you were attracted to were foreign. So, you know, telling women that you're potentially going to date that they're entitled, overweight and moan all the time...
I wasn't telling them that at the time, obviously.
May not be the most successful chat-up line.
It's not one I would recommend, but
No.
it was, this is like a process of my experience. I was in the UK until 2009. Then I travelled a lot. I've been to 60 countries. You know, I went to Brazil. They're very nice. I went to Scandinavia. Denmark's got very beautiful women. But when I went to Russia, I found the whole package: the looks, the character, everything.
You're a dick, aren't you? I mean, you are. Your name is Richard.
Oh, all right.
Literally, I'm sorry. I didn't mean anything by that. I meant your name is Richard. So
Well,
you are literally.
Piers Morgan,
You
right?
are literally
If
a
you wanna-
dick.
if you wanna get down to that
Your mother's English, right?
Yes, she is.
So does she also qualify as unattractive, stupid, entitled, and the rest of it, or is she an exception?
No, but she lives out there with me, and she agrees. She
Your
says
mother
that women-
agrees that all English women are awful, even though
No,
she's an
she
English
agrees
woman.
that they're better out there.
Right.
She says they're lovely, honest people, kind, and there's beautiful women everywhere.
So I think you're just peddling like a really dangerous, like stereotypical view of beauty that is just so damaging for women and men.
Complain to Victoria's Secret. You know, if you like those kind of women, then that's what you'll find in Russia. If you don't like that kind of women, then of course I meet guys that have all kinds of different tastes, right? I meet guys that have tastes that don't coincide with mine at all, and that's fine. But for guys that, you know, like that stereotypical beautiful woman, that's where you will find
We've got a
them.
picture of you with your Russian bride. There we are.
Russian brides.
Well, she was a Russian bride, right? I mean, she's Russian and you married her, yeah?
Yeah?
I mean, you know, I'm not casting any aspersions, but I've been to Russia and... Anyway.
I have slight concern, Felicity, about profiling people by where they come from. Do you?
I have concern about that. I have a concern about the fact that you think all British women are overweight.
Not all, obviously.
I mean, actually more British, statistically, if we're talking about the obesity problem in the UK, which is a slightly different debate, but actually more British men are overweight.
Well, Richard, we have 3 English women here. Are they all fat, entitled, stupid? I mean...
I don't know them.
What's your view of the women?
You don't know them, but
Well, Richard,
just
cast your
Piers.
expert eye over the women at this desk, for example.
I think that would be rude. I'd like to.
No, let's hear you be brutally honest.
Well, I don't want
When
to
you're
be
full of
baited
this,
into
you're full of this.
insulting.
You've got 3 women.
I've got respect for the women.
You've got
here.
no
I'm not gonna
respect
get
for English
personal.
women. That's the